Today I'm going to show you two basic pruning cuts that you should know, and I'm going to show you how I use them to shape this little tree. The two cuts are a heading cut and a thinning cut. I used a heading cut on this tree. It was basically a whip, and the heading cut is where you cut the main primary growth or apical growth, and you cut it off right above a node. And what this does is it stimulates growth below. Trees have these apical growth points at the very top of the tree, and those apical growth points, to use non-technical terms, produce a growth inhibiting hormone that actually inhibit the growth of nodes below. What that does is it produces a tree that will have apical dominance. That means the top growth nodes will continue to grow upwards, and you'll have a tree that grows very tall. When you make a heading cut at the top of your tree and remove that apical growth, what it does is it eliminates the production of this growth inhibiting hormone, and it frees the nodes below to grow uninhibited. So a heading cut produces lateral growth below the heading cut. When I made this heading cut, this tree actually produced dozens of little branches below. And that leads us to the next cut, which is the thinning cut. A thinning cut is where you cut off a whole branch. And after I made my heading cut, the heading cut produced a whole abundance of growth down here that I could pick branches from. And then I used a thinning cut, which is to remove a whole branch to choose these branches here. What I've done is I've chosen 3 branches down here. I'm actually going to pinch this one off right here, and that is in essence a primitive thinning cut, is to remove a whole branch. So I chose these 3 down here to keep, and I chose these 3 up here to keep. And then at the very top of the tree, there were actually 3 branches up here. I chose one that will become the new apex of the tree, will continue to grow upward. Next year, I'll do this same process again, and I'll actually take off this apical growth. It'll be up here, and I'll take that off, which will produce new branch structures below. So to review, a heading cut, you take off the end of a branch or the top of your tree, and this produces growth below that point. It produces spreading and thickening growth. A thinning cut is where you remove a whole branch, and it doesn't directly cause growth as a direct result. It actually shapes your tree. I hope that was helpful to you in just clarifying this really basic concept with pruning, and we'll get into it more in later videos. Y'all have a great day.